Aloha! Has DeFi Kingdoms gotten worse or has it just gotten harder?
Welcome to What the DFK with Emerson, Sirworm, and Kong.
What's up, Kong? How are you, man? Aloha. How you doing today?
Aloha, brother. How are you? Glad to be back. How are things going?
Good, man. Good. So what do you think, dude? Has DeFi Kingdoms gotten worse or has it gotten harder? What's your thought?
Easy answer for me. It's just gotten a lot harder. It doesn't matter if you're talking about drop rate or just overall having to be in the mindset of buckling down for the long term and thinking about what we're going to do over the next 3-6 months, how we're going to prepare for things. For me, nothing worse about it, just more involved and a little bit harder. So
No, it has gotten harder, but we're saying this just so everyone, if you weren't getting the gist here, we're saying that in a good way. I think, at least from me, it's gotten harder in a good way. And I think the game has what took me a little time to realize is that the game has transitioned from just like a login, collect your garden emissions, collect your what you got from questing, and sell those and just click in, log in, click, and profit is what the game used to be. But thank goodness we've moved far away from that. And can you still profit in this game? Can you still come out ahead playing this game? Definitely, but it's a lot harder now. And you need to put in the effort. You need to learn about these heroes, their abilities, the equipment, how it all goes together, the pets that you use with certain heroes in certain situations. I mean, it goes on and on now. There's so many things to learn, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's what we all wanted. And how long can just like a game where you just click and sell things and profit last? I mean, that's not a sustainable thing. What the team's putting together here now is sustainable. What do you think about that, Cog? What do you think? Stop me, Cog. Stop me. I'm gonna go off here.
No, I love it, man. Yeah, so, they're having to plan for sustainability, like you said, and that doesn't mean that anything's bad's happening. I think it's just that they've been through this before. They know when crypto is in a slump and crypto gaming is in a slump, that you have to pivot and do what's going to help the game in the long term. So I give these guys kudos on having been down this path and know what to do if anybody does in the space about how to survive when times get tough. So what that looks like for us as players and planning for the future, I guess we'll find out. We'll see soon enough.
Yeah, I mean they're working hard on it, but I think for me, I think that I can still, maybe a lot of people, maybe even make fun of me about this, but I don't care, because for me, I still see like this vision of Ready Player One. Think about where like society's moving with AI and everything going to be taking all the jobs and doing all this, like an economy like this built online that anyone can participate in from around the world with cryptocurrency. And the vision's still there in my mind. And what we're doing right now is just like restructuring and preparing. The whole world is in a downturn right now. You know what I mean? The whole world is in a slump right now. So you can't just point to DeFi Kingdoms and say, it's in a slump. Well, the whole world's in a slump. So I think everything that's happening for me is a good sign. I think the team's making good decisions for sustainability and for the long term, so that this game continues to be around and they can continue to add to it and make it better and better over the long haul, which is what we've been doing for the last 4 years.
Rug or hug?
All right, Kong. Let's talk about a difficult subject. let's talk about land, and let's make it a rug or hug episode. Let's
Okay.
decide whether we think land is a rug or a hug. How's that sound?
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. You want to go first, or you want me to?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go first. I
Okay.
think. Well, I think my main view right now on land and a few other of the assets, that the problem with them is that, maybe the value and not being able to do anything with them, it's causing like this a negative loop, like an anxiety loop for people, right? Because they have this valuable asset, and there's really, it's not just something they can't use, but there's not really any clear information or clear direction on where that asset is going to go. So I think that's the problem with it. I
Mhm.
think the solution, and it might be easy for me to say this because I don't own land, but I do own other really valuable things in DFK. And like, I'm choosing right now, because of my belief in the future of DFK, to look at it as like a parked asset. You know what I mean? It's something that's there, that's valuable, and it's something for the future that I see is that's going to provide a lot of value to me as far as my valuable assets that I have. So I think, maybe, like, as far as the team, I see it as like this is about sequencing
Okay.
rather than neglect. Like, I don't see it as they're neglecting the land. I just think that they're putting the things that need to go before land, before, like they're making those more important, which they should be doing. So that's how I'm choosing to see it. And what do you think? What do you think, Con? What do you think about land?
Interesting. Okay. Well, just to be the contrarian, I'm going to call it the rug. And
All right, all right. Yeah, I
so,
respect.
and purely just from the perspective of investing in lands, maybe multiple years ago, I'm sure you would have thought you would have had some utility out of that by now, whether than be able to craft on it, or maybe do some sort of other activity, rent out certain sections, or whatever the case may be. Maybe have scholars on your land, something like that. So, yeah, all that sounds good, but purely based on not being able to use it, of course, nothing to do with the team, or any reason at all other than just macro crypto in general. But yeah, that would be the rug reason for me. But that being said, there's only one piece of land out there right now, bro, and it's like $4,300. So that's pretty bullish if you ask me.
No, see, that's what I mean. Like, there's so many people that still believe that they have to believe that DFK is going to be something big someday. You know what I mean? Like, they have a lot of valuable assets parked in this.
And I think that's kind of speaks to what we said in a previous episode when it comes down to high level, high rarity heroes. Same principle, right? I think a lot of people still have faith in this game. They may go dormant from time to time. We all need to reset, recharge, but at the end of the day, we all got faith in the team, in the game, baby.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? Just to say, like, I don't remember one Christmas time in DFK where it was like really positive for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but this time of year, everyone always, like, I don't know, man. It goes down. I think the holidays are a stressful time, anyways, for a lot of people, anyways. So that's what I've learned. But yeah, I guess it's all how you look at it. I'm gonna give it a hug. I mean, I love land. I love the concept of land. And because of my undying belief in the future of this game, and my trust in its developers, I believe that there's going to be that land is going to be something great. All right,
Execution
new
era.
segment. We're going to call it the execution era.
Nice.
And I'm going to start it out with giving you a hard truth, man.
Okay.
Are you ready for it? You got to hear this. It's just
Hit me with it, man. I can take it.
all right. Emissions-led play is fading, Kong. I know you love the
Wow.
gardens, but just it's the truth, and everyone needs to hear it.
Okay.
It's not sustainable. It's my opinion, but I just think that emission-led play is fading, and that's just the way it is. Sorry, Con.
Wow. So what do we do in a space has always in the past been driven by such things? Emerson, how do we pivot as a community, a mindset uh, to
I'm,
something else? And what could that be?
I'm gonna tell you, but you're not gonna like it. Get better.
Oh, I love
That's
it.
the get better. Get better. That's what it is, dude. I gotta
Yep.
get better at PvP. I gotta get better at understanding this game, like how how I can probably understand the meta's better. Like that's really what it is. The game has gotten harder, but in a good way. I'm standing behind that. The game has gotten harder in a good way. What do you think, Con? What do you think about my take on that?
Hey, sometimes you got to spit the facts, man. So, and I know our old friend Dragonfly Tales would say the same thing. You got to
Yeah,
get in there, PvP. You got to practice. You got to chop it up. And what better time than the potential bear incoming for 2026? So, that's a great point. I'm gonna do exactly what you just said. Try to, because season 2's coming on PvP at some point. So what better
yeah,
time than the present to get in there on some of those dailies and try to hone my skills? I have a finite amount of heroes, but they're very, very good heroes from stats to abilities and so on. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna try to fine tune some PvP action in the off season.
yes, me too. And I got a lot of points to make, so I'm just gonna keep going, Con, because I'm
Okay,
all
man,
fired
hit
up.
us with
I
it
can't.
before. Yeah, hit
Yeah,
us with it.
all right. So I think this is good. I think execution and participation are now what matter. Like you got to participate and you got to execute, and that's what matters. And this is a good thing because this is what empowers serious players in this game. The more serious you are about this game, the more you're going to be empowered and the more you're going to benefit.
We've
And
seen
that's
that
what
in
I'm
season
figuring
one.
out. I'm not preaching this to other people. I'm just sharing with you guys what I've figured out about this game and how I'm shifting to play this game. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better at it, And it's not just if you wanted something where you can just log in, click, and collect. That's not this game anymore.
Right.
What we wanted, all of us that are still around, what we wanted is what we've got here. We wanted a game that challenged us, that made us think, that was difficult to be good at, right? And
And the
that's what
team
we got
said,
now.
yeah, the team said when they started building this PvP engine, that they were going to take the real in-depth version, with multiple layers, big brained, not the cheesy, easy to just piece together. And that's what we got. I mean, look at this. Like you said, what you see on the screen is the game now.
Yeah, and I think this whole restructuring thing we're going through right now is probably the worst it's going to get. And like I said last time, if this is the worst that it is, if this is the downside, then it's not that bad. We still have an amazing game to play. Maybe there's not that much great profits out there to make, but where are there great profits to make right now? The markets just suck everywhere, like just it's everything goes up, everything comes down, and right now we're kind of down, but we'll be back up.
Well,
Everything
when
will be
you got gold, silver, stock, everything hitting all-time highs. So, something's going to suffer, and it's going to be the more speculative assets. But, we could talk about that on a later episode on the
yeah,
macro.
not financial advice, but
Exactly. But yeah, like you said, man, in the meantime, no better time than to hone your skills and get better because, ask Ibla, if it's worth it, practicing and getting better. The
yeah,
season 1 champion, of
or hope,
PvP
man. I think
or Hope
hope and
up or
Tune
Shot
Fed,
Zillow, any of these guys,
Tune Fed,
so
man. He's been a big surprise in there too. Shout out to him, man.
shout out to
Yeah,
people like Germ Curry right here on the screen. Germ's in there. I see Tune in there, playing these daily level 10. So those are the people that are getting better.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to get into here in this segment is Ragnarok again.
Okay.
Not really talking about the mechanics of it or anything like that, but just the fact that a point I want to make about Ragnarok is the way I see it is this is the first big feature, right? That the team has no commitments to somebody else on. This is all theirs. This is coming from DeFi Kingdoms studio, right? This is coming from the core team. They're the ones building Ragnarok, and they're the ones that are going to make it happen. And this is going to be a huge feature that's going to give us all kinds of feedback. It's also going to allow people to play without any risk, right? They're not going to have to invest anything to play to test out the game and decide if it's something that they want to learn further. But I think the biggest point right now, the biggest positive I see of Ragnarok is that it's something that the team's doing on their own, and they don't have commitments to anybody else hanging over their head. They can do this the way they want to. There's no timeline they got to follow for somebody else. And I think that frees them up to be more creative and to come up with something that really fits this game and this community. Yeah, I wanted to make that point. Thank you, man. Thank you for listening to that. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's very cool that it's going to be very low effort. You jump in, you pick a pool out of a pool of players, you pick your 3 guys or whoever, and you get out there and chop it up. You don't have to load a bunch of equipment, this or that, figure out a bunch of things. I think that, for the grinders that are already playing, they're going to really like that. And I think it's going to be a whole lot easier to promote the game in the future, which is my big thing: marketing, promotion, onboarding. So I think all those things fit into Ragnarok. So, yep, love it.
Yeah, man. I think that's ends this segment. And for me, I just want to close out saying one thing. I think that DFK, they're not chasing growth at any cost. They're choosing sustainability, and I think that in this current market, that's the meta. We need to sustain right now
Yep.
and get to the point where it's going to be the good times. Okay, this is the bad times, the down times for everyone. Let's sustain and make it to the next time when things are good, right?
Yep.
That's how
Yep.
I see it. So,
Yeah.
thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. We hope you're enjoying it. And aloha, mahalo. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, Kong.
All right, guys. Peace.